Hi, everyone. Good morning. I'm Marisa Boston, and I am speaking on behalf of Workstream 5. As all the other work streams were building AILuminate or worrying and judging AILuminate, Workstream 5 was focused on interviewing users and stakeholders and competitors and doing market analyses to really understand what the use cases were for benchmarks today. But before we talk about the use cases, I want to talk about the users, specifically the people that we see as having real pain in trying to build and deploy AI right now. And as we were looking across the market, we saw three swaths of people who are really feeling pain right now. Of course, we have our builders. These are the people who are really trying to sell models. But a lot of times, clients or internal stakeholders are coming to them with fairly ambiguous requests about the safety of the system or what the reliability of the system is. And what they would love are some kind of standard metrics to be able to say, we meet these particular goals, and this would allow them to actually sell their models, right? On the other side, we have risk managers. Now, risk managers are used to being able to comply with specific regulations or specific governance that's already been named. But of course, in this space right now, we don't have that. But nobody really cares, right? Like they are still being asked to do go, no-go decisions or buy, don't buy decisions. And they're often having to do that without the information they need to actually say what the compliance is. So they would actually really love standardized results that they could then operate off of. And then in the middle, squeezed by everybody, and kind of a strange group that we're calling the tuners. These are the people who are being asked to build safety solutions because their real problem has been seen. And whether they're doing that with arms and legs, with scaling with humans, or whether they're doing that by building out guardrails or fine-tuning, a lot of times, what they really need is a standard process that they can actually build up against. But it's very difficult to do that in this kind of ambiguous world. So what we wanted to do is we wanted to demonstrate how our benchmark can help across each of these pain points, across the whole, all of these people, whether they're working within a single organization trying to get something out, or whether they're service providers or clients that are trying to get something going. So getting into the use cases themselves, the first one I'm going to show is for our builders. And this is an easy one. Builders are used to having benchmarks, right? They like them. They have them probably already working for accuracy or performance internally, but they don't really have anything yet that they can point to for reliability. And so one of the things that we want to demonstrate is that our benchmark can actually help them establish a baseline in this fairly ambiguous space, even now. And on top of that, we are seeing more and more organizations that may not be as used to building out baselines and benchmarks and things like that, who are building AI systems. And we would like to make it so that our benchmark can be useful for them as well, to really get up and going so that they can objectively evaluate, establish whether their system should be released. That's often difficult to do, and also identify areas of improvement. This allows them to obviously sell more models, which is really important to them, right? Our second use case, this is for our countless solution architects at countless consultancies and countless enterprise-facing roles who are often asked to build out and meet objectives that don't necessarily have a quantitative value, right? And so our benchmark can be used to help them work with clients or internal stakeholders to determine realistic goals of what they should be meeting. And those realistic goals aren't some Edenic version of what safety is. It's actually based on where other systems, where state-of-the-art systems currently are, and where the performance trends are, and how they can actually start to improve on them. And we really want to help. We really want to help this particular group because I think that they are being asked increasingly in the market to handle a lot of really serious safety issues, and they don't necessarily have the ability to be able to talk about them in a way that allows them to make improvement and demonstrate improvement to their clients. Okay, and finally, we have our risk managers. Our poor risk managers, they don't have time to go through the benchmark the way that Peter went through it. This is one very small risk and one larger risk that they are having to monitor and report on. And oftentimes the way that they do this is with check marks or with some kind of semaphore signaling. They are not used to using benchmarks to be able to do this. They have other methods. But what we want to encourage is, especially in this kind of a world, in building out AI systems, especially AI systems that can be so valuable, they really need to be able to start using benchmarks that can be adaptable and neutral and third-party oriented so that they can have reliable reporting to stakeholders, and also so that they have a strategy that adapts and responds to this changing world. They are used to that, right? But we want to demonstrate that benchmarks can be very useful here too. So all along, I've been talking about how different these users are in these use cases, right? They're operating on vastly different timescales. They need different kinds of information, and they often have very different processes to actually do the work. But we think that our benchmark can be really useful in aligning them, because in the end, their objectives are all aligned, and our objectives are aligned, and those are to create better AI systems, because better AI systems launch better products and better models and better safety solutions. And so we really want our benchmark to be useful to all of these different groups, regardless of the level of information and granularity that they have to go through. So if you see yourself in any of these pain points or your clients, feel free to reach out to me or anyone in Working Group 5. We would love to talk to you and help develop this benchmark even further to be more useful to the people who are really feeling pain right now in getting these systems out. Thank you very much.